Hello dear students, hope you all are doing well at your home and taking good care of yourself and your family members. So today we are here with our biology online classes starting from chapter number 1, that is plant tissue. So let's start with the introduction of tissue. What do we mean by tissue? I hope you all might be knowing what is a cell. Cell is a basic structural and functional unit of all living organisms. Now to better understand this concept, look at this building. When we have to construct the building, we just need the smallest unit called as brick. When we will repeat it again and again, a whole building will be constructed. Just like that, even in our body, this repeating unit is a cell. So when these cells will group together, they will form a tissue. Tissue is a group of cells, and finally those tissue will group together to form one organ, and then organ will convert into organ system, and finally a whole plant body will be formed. Now in this picture also you can see the organization of a plant body. First of all, just after few hours of the germination, a cell will divide and it will form a group of similar cells, and these group of similar cell with a similar function, that group is called as tissue. Now many tissues will combine together to form one organ. Here the organ is root, okay, and then many organs will combine together and they will form one organ system, and then many organ system will combine together to form a whole organism. You need to understand this organization to better understand the tissues and its function in a plant body. Now let's discuss what are the different kinds of plant tissues and how they are differentiated, means how they are divided and how they are functioning in a plant body. So first of all, on the basis of division of cells or on the basis of the developmental stages, the plant tissues are mainly divided into two categories. These categories are meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. And these two major types are further divided into many different types that we will study step by step. So now come to the first type of the plant tissue, that is meristematic tissue. Actually students, when the growth in the plant happens, it doesn't take place throughout the plant body, but it will take place in some specific regions. And these specific regions are having a mass of some young, immature, undifferentiated cells which will remain young and will divide throughout the life of the plant. And that group of actively dividing cells are called as meristematic tissue. They are very small, they have a thin cell wall and have a very prominent nuclei. So we can say that meristematic tissues are the tissues which are present in the growing part of the plants, where the plant will show growth. Now depending on the location of the meristematic tissue in its plant body, they are divided into two major categories. That is apical meristematic tissue and lateral meristematic tissue. First of all, apical meristematic tissue. Apical means tip. The meristematic tissues are generally located at the tips of the plant body. They are located at shoot tip and also root tips. So apical meristematic tissues are of two types, that is shoot apical meristematic tissue and root apical meristematic tissue, and they will contribute in increasing the length of the plant. So basically in this reason, when the cells will do cell division, they will increase the number of cells and as a result they will contribute in increasing the length of the plant. यहाँ पे जब cells division करेंगे और उसका number बढ़ेगा तो धीरे धीरे वो plant की height को increase करेंगे. They will increase the length of the plant. Now come to the second type, that is lateral. Lateral meristematic tissues are present on to the lateral side of the plant and they will contribute in increasing the thickness of the plant. They will increase diameter of the plant. ये plant की thickness को बढ़ाएंगे. And such kind of tissues are also called as cambium. You will study about it in your higher classes. And there is one more type of meristematic tissue which is called as intercalary. That is also a part of your higher studies. So I think now it is clear that meristematic tissues are very thin-walled small cells, and they are actively dividing cells and present in two major regions, that is at the tips of the plant or onto the lateral side, and they will increase in the growth, they will contribute in the growth of the plant, means they will increase the length and thickness of the plant. Yes, here one more diagram is there to show the same. Okay, for example, at the tip of the shoot, it is root apical meristematic tissue. Here the bud is there, in which the shoot apical meristematic tissue is present, and onto the lateral side of the stem, here you will see the lateral meristematic tissue. I think the difference between the two are clear to all of you. Now the next category is permanent tissue. Structural difference we have already discussed, that they are the mature meristematic tissue. Now why they are called as mature meristematic tissue? Because जितने भी permanent tissues है जिनमें अब growth रुक चुकी है, पहले वो meristematic थे. ओके, बट जैसे जैसे टाइम बीतता गया, कुछ मेरिस्टेमेटिक टिश्यू तो अभी भी एक्टिवली डिवाइड कर रहे हैं, एंड दे विल बी इन द कैटेगरी ऑफ मेरिस्टेमेटिक टिश्यू. बट सम ऑफ द मेरिस्टेमेटिक टिश्यूज दे विल बिकम मैच्योर. अब उनमें क्या होगा, विक्यूल बड़ा हो जाएगा, न्यूक्लियस छोटा हो जाएगा, और जो इलोंगेशन हो जाएगा, और वो एक पर्टिकुलर फंक्शन परफॉर्म करेंगे, एंड नाउ देयर विल बी नो ग्रोथ इन दीज परमानेंट टिश्यूज. Okay, so we can say that these are the mature meristematic tissue which will get elongated, and they will perform a particular function, and they will not divide further. Now come to the categories of permanent tissue. Just like meristematic tissues are divided into apical and lateral, here the permanent tissues are also divided into different categories. First category is, they are of two types, that is simple or complex. Now what is the difference between simple and complex? You all know that a group of cell is called as tissue. Okay, group of cell is called as tissue. Let me show you again in this slide that here it is a group of cell, और हम इसको क्या बोलेंगे, टिश्यू. अगर ये जितने भी सेल्स हैं, ये सारे के सारे अगर सिमिलर स्ट्रक्चर के हैं और सिमिलर फंक्शन परफॉर्म करते हैं, तब हम उनको बोलते हैं सिंपल परमानेंट टिश्यू. ओके, सिंपल का मतलब क्या होता है, दैट दे ऑल आर हैविंग सिमिलर स्ट्रक्चर एंड सिमिलर फंक्शन, एंड सच काइंड ऑफ टिश्यूज इन द प्लांट आर फॉर देयर सपोर्ट एंड देयर प्रोटेक्शन. And on the basis of these two functions, simple permanent tissues are divided into these two broad categories, that is protective simple permanent tissue and supportive simple permanent tissue. Now protective means they will provide protection. As we all know that plant can't move from one place to another place, so they need a very strong protection from the external influence, and this protection is provided by simple permanent tissue. A type of simple permanent tissue called as epidermis will form a outermost covering of the plant, just like that we are having an outermost covering of skin cells, they are having epidermis, and that epidermis is made up of single layered closely packed cells, because when they have to provide protection, then they should not have any spaces between the cells. So epidermis is made up of closely packed cells, and that epidermis on leaves have some pores called as stomatas, which are made by their guard cells. So इसी epidermis की लेयर में अगर वो leaves में है, तो वहाँ पे गार्ड सेल्स भी होते हैं जो कि उसमें एक ओपनिंग बनाते हैं, और उन ओपनिंग्स को हम बोलते हैं स्टोमेटाज. और जो बड़े ट्रीज हो जाते हैं, जब मेच्योर हो जाते हैं, तब यही एपिडर्मल लेयर मल्टी लेयर हो जाती है, और ज़्यादा हार्ड और हार्ड बन के उसको और ज़्यादा स्ट्रेंथ प्रोवाइड करती है. और अब ये जो मल्टी लेयर प्रोटेक्शन है, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज पेरिडर्म, एंड दिस एपिडर्मिस इज ऑल्सो रिप्लेस्ड बाय कॉर्क इन रूट्स एंड स्टेम्स. सो दे ऑल आर फॉर द protection of plant, and these epidermal layers and corks are covered by a thick cuticle or thick cutie waxy coating to prevent the loss of water. इस epidermis layer के ऊपर एक waxy coating layer भी लगी हुई होती है, जो कि plant से water loss ना हो पाए उसको avoid करती है. Now the next category is supportive. Supportive का मतलब है that they are beneath the epidermis and they are providing bulk to the plant body, and they will provide the support. And on the basis of their structural difference, these supportive types are divided into three major types: permanent parenchyma tissue, collenchyma tissue, and sclerenchyma tissue. So they all are the types of permanent tissue which will provide support to the plant body: parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. So now let us discuss what is the difference between these three types of supportive permanent tissue and why they are having different names, because they are different in their structure and different in their function. First one is parenchyma tissue. Parenchyma tissues are generally oval in shape and they are present in the soft parts of the plants. Wherever the soft leaves are there, so beneath the epidermis of leaves, they are having mesophyll cells which are parenchyma tissue. So wherever the soft part of plant is present, they are having parenchyma tissue. And these cells are oval in shape and they are having intercellular spaces also. You can see the intercellular spaces between the cells. And such kind of cells, when they are present in leaves, they will contain chlorophyll pigment also. Then the color of these parenchyma tissues will be green and they will perform photosynthesis. And then these kind of parenchyma tissues are also called as chlorenchyma tissue. अगर chlorophyll present है तो उन parenchymas को हम क्या बोलेंगे? Chlorine. Make sure that you should not get confused between colon and chlorine. It is chlorenchyma tissue. When in the parenchyma tissue chlorophyll pigment is present, then they are called as chlorenchyma tissue. And their cell wall is not very thick. They have a thin cell wall which is made up of cellulose. And they all are the living cells. They are not a dead cells, they are living cells. In plant body, at some places they are also having dead cells which will provide only mechanical strength to it. We will study what kind of these cells are. Now their function is to provide storage for the food material. They will store the food material, and if they are present in leaves, then they will also perform photosynthesis. Photosynthesis भी करेंगे और food को store करेंगे. And keep the location in mind that they are present in all the soft part of root stem and leaves. Now the next type is collenchyma. Collenchyma tissues are generally polygonal in shape and they are found below the epidermis in young stems and young leaves. यानी वो सेल्स जिनकी हार्डनेस है वो पैरेंकाइमा टिश्यू से ज़्यादा है, बट स्क्लेरेंकाइमा से हार्डनेस उनकी कम होती है, बिकॉज दे आर हैविंग अ सेल वॉल मेड अप ऑफ सेल्यूलोज प्लस पेक्टिन and they do not have any intercellular spaces. That's why they are harder as compared to the parenchyma but not as compared to sclerenchyma. So they will provide the structural support to the young stems and petiole of leaves, and also provide the flexibility to the plant so that it can withstand in the harsh environmental condition. And the third type is sclerenchyma tissue. They are generally present in only the mature parts of the plant. For example, in hard fibers, jute, husk of coconut, the nut shell of the walnut shell, they all are that hard part and they are the dead cells. That is the main difference between the three. Parenchyma and collenchyma are the living cells, but the sclerenchyma tissues are the dead cells, and their cell walls are made up of a very hard substance called as, that is the hardest material, lignin, and they do not have any intercellular spaces. And their function is to provide mechanical support and strength or protection to the specific part of the plant. They may be fibrous or sclerous. They are of two types. If they are thread-like, then they are called as fibrous, just like husk of the coconut, and sometimes they are reduced, just like nutshell. So these all are the structure of these three types of supportive permanent tissues, and in this structure you will see two types of section. This one is transverse section. Transverse section का मतलब क्या होता है? When you are cutting at a right angle to the length, then such kind of section is called as transverse section. And when you will cut through along its length, then such kind of section is called as longitudinal section. So ये इसी cells के दो type of sections के through divide करके उनके diagrams है. Now differences between the three we have already discussed. So now take an overview that what we have already discussed up to that. So all the plant tissues are divided into two major categories on the basis of their developmental stages, that is meristematic tissues and permanent tissue. Now meristematic tissue on the basis of the location, they are again divided into two categories, apical meristematic tissue and lateral. Apical can be present at shoot and root. Now lateral, they will increase the thickness and they are present onto the lateral side. Now the second category is permanent. Permanent means in which the growth has been stopped. Now these permanent tissue are again of two types, that is simple and complex. Simple means they are having all the cells with similar structure and similar function. But in the complex, they are having different structure but combined together to perform a specific function. We have not studied about complex tissue, that we will complete in the second part of the video. Now simple means similar structure, similar functions tissue. Now they are again divided on the basis of their function into two categories, that is protective और supportive. Protective में example है epidermis. We have studied about epidermis. Now supportive. Supportive means which will provide bulk to the plant body. They are of three types: parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. In the soft part and do the function of storage of food material. Collenchyma provide flexibility to the plant body and their main function is to provide structural support. And the third is sclerenchyma, which are dead tissue and provide mechanical strength to the plant body. So now here we have completed our first portion in which we have completed meristematic tissue and simple permanent tissue. Complex permanent tissue we will discuss in the second part of the video. And your today's assignment is to draw the diagrams of LS and TS of parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma from your book and note down the differences which are given in this video in your fair notebook. Plus draw the concept map of the chapter given on page number 8. Thank you so much for your patience listening.